Let's talk about Rivalry and why I have half of Money Twitter muted. If you want to learn why that is, stick around. This is going to be an interesting video. But before we jump into it, make sure you like this video and subscribe down below in order to get more content from us. It's great content here on the channel. So go ahead and subscribe for more cold email content and everything about growing your business. Now, let's talk about that. So if you look at my Twitter account, I'm followed by a lot of other people in the space with big followings. And you see me engaging with their posts. You see all this stuff happening. You'll also see that I'm following a lot of people in the cold email space or a lot of people in the lead gen space, people that have tools that are competitors to us. But what you might not know is that most of the people that I follow are muted. Not all of them, but some of them are muted. And the reason why is because if you're working with people in similar industries to you, it is very easy to get distracted by what they're doing. So for instance, if one person launches a course, now you want to launch a course. If one person launches a SaaS in a specific area, now you want to launch a specific SaaS in an area. You see them winning, you want to win. Obviously, you want to jump in. And if you're like me, you don't feel that jealousy. You just feel the inspiration like, oh, they launched this thing. There's a huge opportunity there. I want to launch it too. And I found myself going from thing to thing to thing. Like this guy launched a course on LinkedIn. Let me launch a course on LinkedIn. This guy launched a course on agency growth. Let me launch a course on agency growth. And sometimes that backfired. Sometimes the quality of work wasn't good and it just wasn't the best. So now the way that I deal with Rivalry and the way that I deal with competition is I'll show face, I'll engage with them. We'll be cordial. We'll be friendly. But I don't want to take in much of what they're doing. And I want to instead focus on the customer. So for instance, for LeadShark, we could study the other databases. We could look at Apollo and Lusha and ZoomInfo, and we could be like, what are these guys doing and how can we clone it? But the reason we made LeadShark is because they're doing nothing right. So if we focus on the common goal of creating the best lead gen database possible, cold email friendly leads available in just a few clicks, then everything else comes from that. Whether that's the filters that we use or the industry categories or the saved searches or the AI powered filtering to remove the company name or anything else that we want to do on the emails themselves, maybe AI first lines, whatever ends up being in there. All of that comes from focus on the customer. We're not adding AI first lines because Line has AI first lines and we want to compete with Line. If we do add something like that, it would be because the users need AI first lines to succeed in their campaigns. Now, for us with our email scripts, we found that AI first lines don't tend to outperform a well-written email script. So I don't know exactly how much you need to use that, but if we find out that it is necessary or if my thoughts evolve on that, then yeah, you'll see that. But it's not going to be because ZoomInfo added AI first lines. It's not going to be because, XYZ competitor did whatever. So the way that I deal with Rivalry is I be friendly, I be kind. These are cool people. Everyone in the space is cool and they want to help each other out. But if you let their success define your path, you'll find yourself doing things that you don't want to do. Launching courses you don't want to launch, launching SaaS products you don't want to launch, working with people that you don't want to be associated with. And this all happens when you try to follow your rivals instead of listening to your customers and setting your own path. So if you're worried about your rivals, that's exactly what I do. And I don't really mind promoting other people's products if they're similar to ours, because I also know that people tend to try all the tools. Whether you use Omni Outreach or you use any of the other cold email tools out there, it doesn't really matter to me. All that matters is that you get effective cold email campaigns. And so if we build a tool that allows you to get that easier, then I know naturally you're going to use our tool. And the reason why I know you're going to use our tool is because we sit here using our tool to grow our other suite of SaaS products. Everything that we build comes from scratching our own itch. We built LeadShark because we weren't able to get high quality leads for the pricing that we wanted in the scale that we wanted. And yet now we have it. Now we have it ready to go. We built Omni because we didn't want to go through the process of generating high converting email scripts every time and managing all of these campaigns. So we wanted that as automated as possible in order to ensure success every single time. Done. I hated LinkedIn. So we built Taplio to make LinkedIn more fun while still generating income. All of these problems were problems that I had, were problems that the market also had, as evidenced by their love for certain products of ours. And now that we're scratching our own itch, we're able to solve those problems without having to look at what our competitors are doing. Do I care what Buffer is doing? No, I don't use Buffer. I use Tablio. Why do I care what Buffer is doing? Same with LeadShark. Do I care what ZoomInfo is doing? No, their pricing's all screwed up. I don't even use that. I use LeadShark. Why do I need to use ZoomInfo? Our thing is better. And if it's not, we improve it until it is. So we don't actually need to focus on any of our rivals. We don't need to focus on what anybody else is doing. And that allows us to deliver higher quality content. Similar to the videos that you're watching right now. Am I watching other cold email YouTubers? No. Am I watching other business YouTubers as I'm thinking about what to put in these videos? No. Because if I did, I would subtly start ripping them off and the quality of our content would decrease. Instead, I'm sitting here in the room recording a video for you directly from my heart and from my experience. And that is all that you deserve. You deserve somebody who is able to speak from experience and speak from their heart and isn't just regurgitating XYZ thing that they saw on the Alex Berman YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? You don't want these people that are just copy pasting other people's insights without adding their own experience to it. And it's my goal as a content creator to deliver that to you. I want you to see what it's really like. I want you to actually feel what it's like to run a business. So then you're inspired and you keep going and you change the world for the better. So when you talk about rivalry, then it doesn't matter. In fact, a rival using our content is better for the industry as a whole. If more people get into lead generation, guess what? That's more potential clients for LeadShark. If somebody else spins up a lead database, guess what? That's more potential clients for LeadShark when they are sold on the concept of a lead database, use that guy's database that doesn't work very well, and then come back to LeadShark. It's good for the industry as a whole when somebody clones our product and does a worse job. And guess what? It's good for the industry as a whole when somebody clones our product and does a better job because it shows everyone what's possible and elevates the game. If people start copying our features, that means we already won. That means they see the value in our features and they're already on their back heels out of ideas willing to copy us. And people that I've copied in the past have seen that as well. They've seen that weakness and they've used it to elevate themselves above us. So you're welcome. If I've copied you in the past, you're welcome for that gift and that confidence that has come from that happening. But not again. Not again. Everything that we publish needs to come from our experience because that is where true value lies. Focus on scratching your own itch and delivering content that only you would be able to create. And from there, you won't need to study your rivals. You won't need to have any sort of competition. There's no competition in my mind. And you can get there too if you just focus on the user and scratching your own itch. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to smash that like button to encourage this type of content on YouTube. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.